The snow continues to fly this evening as our major winter storm is slowly winding down. We are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's going to take a couple more hours in the upstate, but still some snow flying. And we have a winter storm warning that is extended into Monday morning 8 a.m. for falling snow and also for black ice from I-85 to the north. This area is shaded in purple. We've had this winter storm warning for some time, and it's going to continue into tomorrow morning. I think things will start to melt off once we get past about 8 or 9 tomorrow morning. But right now, it's a mess out there. Here's our Harley-Davidson camera showing I-85. A couple of brave souls out there, and we are seeing the snow-covered roads. It's slick. You know, it's pretty much what we've been saying the last couple of days. Stay off the roads until tomorrow if you can. We had a couple of new snowfall records for today at GSP. 6 inches of new snow, 6.1 to be exact. The old record 5.7 in 1965. And in Asheville, 10 inches for you. The old record was 7 back in 1891. We're getting a lot of snow reports. I just put a snow total article on our website, foxcarolina.com. I have a complete list there. But here are some of those select cities. Waynesville, at least a foot of snow. It's still snowing. Flat Rock, North Carolina, 12 inches. I think I saw Saluda had about 13. Brevard, 11. Boiling Springs, 8.5. We had half a foot in Asheville, and GSP had 6. Malden had 5. Simpsonville, 5 inches of snow and sleet for you. Here at Fox Carolina in Greenville, I measured about 4.5 inches. Most of that snow, a little bit of that sleet, and even Fountain Inn and Pelzer picking up around 4 inches as we're watching our snow system slowly winding down. But you can see the spin right here as this is moving to the east, but we still have some spokes of snow moving on through. You can see that in Greenville County and back into Spartanburg County as well. The intensity of this is beginning to come down as the system is pulling away, but we're still seeing those spotty snow showers. Heavier in Asheville, seeing some big flakes around Asheville. Back into Grassy Creek, Marion, you picked up a good amount of snow as well, and that snow continues to move in. Now it's starting to wrap in around low pressure as that low is starting to pull away. Look at this big swirl here. We're seeing snow all the way into the northeast along the coast. It is rain, even some thunderstorms off of Cape Hatteras. So this storm has had a little bit of everything, and temperatures are below freezing for the most part. It looks like Newberry, you're the exception at 33, but 30 in Greenville, 29 in Clemson. Needless to say, the snow and ice is not going anywhere until the sun melts it off tomorrow. Visibility is good. It's 2.5 miles in snow in Rutherfordton right now, and that snow will continue to taper off, but still going across some of the higher peaks as we go into Monday morning, even 7 a.m. right along the state line of Tennessee and North Carolina. But across the upstate, the snow melt will start in earnest as we go through tomorrow, MLK Day. So I think the roads will start to dry out as we go into the afternoon. It's just going to be colder with the snow on the ground. Next 12 hours, you can see how temperatures actually creep up a little bit at time to time for tonight as the snow is winding down. I think the winds are going to pick up later on tonight as that low departs. So it is going to be cold. It's going to be actually in the mid-20s, but feeling like teens with that brisk west-southwest wind. And then as we go into the mountains the next 12 hours, yeah, we've got the snow still hanging on for a couple of hours. And then we're looking at decreasing clouds. And look how cold it gets. 20 degrees by 9 a.m. And with the wind, it's going to feel like single digits in teens. It's the middle of winter, and it is feeling like it. Make sure you scan the QR code on your screen. You can download the Fox Carolina app. It's very easy to do to track this storm or any storm. You can see the latest weather alerts and radar. It's available with cell data even if you lose power. We did have some customers that lost power across the upstate, but thankfully it wasn't a widespread event. We didn't see a big ice storm, just some snow and some glaze. Let's send it outside to Mark Johnson. Mark I think he's got I-85 behind him, and right now it looks like not too many flakes flying. Mark, how's it looking out there?
Yeah, we just have a few flurries out here right now, Bob, and even fewer cars, it looks like. There's one going by right now, but you know, as you mentioned, across the upstate and western North Carolina, several inches of snow. In fact, a foot or more in some of the higher communities of western North Carolina of snow. And because of that, as you mentioned, and the temperatures staying below freezing or at freezing, we're going to continue to deal with this snow, packed ground and roads overnight. So the roads are impacted across the entire area. Folks are moving on 85 perhaps a little too fast, the few that are out there. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of folks on the roads tonight, and hopefully folks will stay off, especially those secondary and back roads, because those are in the worst condition, and that's what we're going to be dealing with as we go through the overnight tonight. And then, as you mentioned, hopefully things get a little better with some sunshine melting it and then evaporating some of the moisture tomorrow. But down to the southern sections of the upstate, we're dealing with ice-covered and black ice across that area that saw mainly just sleet and freezing rain, a little snow and a little rain mixed in with that. But where we saw the most snow, we have snow-covered roads and also some ice where there was a little bit of melting. What happens is we get a little bit of ice underneath the snow where the road surface melts a little bit of the snow and then it refreezes, and that causes even more dangerous conditions, especially bridges and overpasses and exit and on-ramps. Now, we talk a lot about the roads, but one thing we also need to focus on is the fact that, we don't get a whole lot of snow that we have to shovel here across the upstate, but this is snow we're going to have to shovel to get our sidewalks and driveways cleaned. And while it looks like it's an easy task to do, if folks aren't used to doing it, it can be something that's dangerous. And in fact, thousands of people across the country are injured trying to shovel the snow every year. And unfortunately, dozens die across the country shoveling snow. In fact, folks over the age of 45 have a higher risk of heart attacks when shoveling snow than other folks. We'll have some more details on do's and don'ts about shoveling snow and clearing sidewalks and driveways when we join you tonight at 10 o'clock. So be sure to join us tonight, coming up in just a little while on Fox Carolina's 10 o'clock news.